Hello, everybody. Wolfang here. Today is Thursday, May the 22nd, 2025. Hope everybody's having a good day. I had a good day. My coworkers had a good day. That's because a certain person wasn't there today. I talked about it in my lunchtime walk. Positive people and negative people. So, but anyway, weather has not changed. It's still cloudy here. At least we're not getting rain. And I really hope it doesn't mess with my tomato plants because it's like 57 out. It dropped down to 45, I think it was last night. But I brought them in and I put the plants back out this morning before I left. Other than that, let's just get to the article because it is a 5-minute read. It's interesting, though, and it has to do with AI and somebody getting killed. Oops, I did it again. Oops. All right. It says he was killed in a road rage incident. His family used AI to bring him to the courtroom to address his killer. And I guess that's the video of the AI deal. Oops, damn it. Stacey Wales spent 2 years working on the victim impact statement she planned to give her court after her brother was shot to death in a 2021 road rage incident. But even after all that time, Wales felt her statement wouldn't be enough to capture her brother, Christopher Peakley's humanity and what he would have wanted to say. So Wales decided to let I don't know how his last name is, but he would give the statement himself with the help of artificial intelligence. She and her husband created an AI-generated video version of Pelke to play during his killer's sentencing hearing earlier this month that read in a recreation of Pelke's own voice, a script that Wales wrote. In it, the AI version of Pelke expressed forgiveness to the shooter, something Wales said she knew her brother would have done, but she wasn't ready to do it herself just yet. The only thing that kept entering my head that I kept hearing was Chris and what he would say, Wales told CNN. I had to very carefully detach myself in order to write this on behalf of Chris, because what he was saying is not necessarily what I believe, but I know it's what he would think. AI is increasingly playing a role in legal and criminal justice processes. Although this is believed to be the first time AI has been used to recreate a victim for their own impact statement. And experts say the world will increasingly have to grapple with ethical and practical questions about the use of AI to replicate deceased people, both inside courtrooms and beyond them, as the technology becomes more human-like. We've all heard the expression seeing is believing and hearing is believing, said Paul Grimm, a Duke University School of Law professor and former district court judge in Maryland. These kinds of technologies have tremendous impact to persuade and influence, and we're always going to have to be balancing whether or not it is distorting the record upon which the jury or the judge has to decide in the way that makes it unfair advantage for one side or the other. Judge Todd Lang, Maricopa County Superior Court, ultimately sentenced Pay Clay's killer, Gabriel Paul Orcostas, to 10 and a half years for manslaughter, although the state had asked for only 9.5 years, and 12.5 years in total, including the endangerment charge. I love that AI. Thank you for that, Lang said. A recording of the hearing showed. As angry as you are, and justifiably angry as the family is, I heard the forgiveness. Pakley's story was previously reported by ADC 15 in Arizona, bringing Pakley into the courtroom. Pakley was the youngest of 3 children, a veteran, and according to Wales, the most forgiving and the friendliest member of the family. He was killed in November 2021 in Chandler, Arizona, at the age of 37. Pakley's autopsy photos and surveillance video of his death were shown during the trial, Wales said. But after a jury found Orcostas guilty of reckless manslaughter, Wales wanted the judge to see what Pakley was like when he was alive during the sentencing hearing. Wales and her husband, Tim Wales, worked in tech. She said they'd previously created AI video replicas of former CEOs and founders to speak at company conferences. So they decided in the weeks leading up to the sentence hearing to try replicating Pakley in the same way. They used several software platforms trained on photos and an old video of Pakley to create the AI replica that was shown in the hearing on May 1st. And on the day before the sentencing hearing, Wales called her lawyer, Jessica Gudiso, to get her blessings for the plan. I was concerned, and I thought we could get an objection or some kind of pushback. I didn't want research. I did want research. I could, but I didn't find anything because I've never heard of this being done, the lawyer said. Adding that, she ultimately replied on an Arizona law that gives victims discretion in how to deliver their statement. Like other AI videos depicting people, the recreation of Pakley is somewhat halting and awkward and starts with an acknowledgement that it was made using the technology. But Wells said she believes it captured his essence. It is a shame we encountered each other that day in those circumstances, the AI version Perkley said in the video. In another life, we probably could have been friends. Orcostas' lawyer, Jason Lane, said the defense did not receive advance notice that AI would be used in a victim impact statement. He added, it appears that the judge gave some weight to the AI video, and that is an issue that will likely be pursued on appeal. How AI is changing the law. Judges are increasingly facing decisions about AI's role in the courtroom, including whether it should have one at all. In a separate case in New York last month, and an appellate judge quickly shut down an attempt by a plaintiff to have AI-generated avatar argue his case, without first clarifying that it was not a real person. And just last week, a federal I should know these words, damn it. Anyway, panel advanced a draft rule that would require AI-generated evidence to meet the same reliability standards as evidence from human expert witnesses, according to Reuters report. AI's advancement has also raised questions about whether the technology could replace human jobs in the legal field. It's not going away, and we're going to see more instances of this, said Grimm, who is not involved with the Pakley case. Judges tend to be a little nervous about this technology, and so we'll probably see initially more nos than yes, more no, more nos, more no's than yeses. Wow. Judges may be especially hesitant to allow AI generated evidence or visual aids to be represented to a jury, which, unlike judges in sentencing cases, hasn't been trained not to let emotion overwhelm the facts of the case, Grimm said. There are also questions around whether AI could inaccurately represent a party to a case, for example, by making them appear more sympathetic. Grimm suggested that going forward, opposing counsel be given the chance to view AI generated content and raise potential objections for a judge to review before it gets shown in court. Even Wales cautioned the technology should be used carefully. This was not evidence. The jury never saw this. It wasn't even made before a verdict came down of guilty, Wales said. This is an opinion, and the judge was allowed to see a human that's no longer here for who he was. Ultimately, she said replicating her brother with AI was healing for her family. After it played in court, she said her 14-year-old son told her, "Thank you so much for making that. I need to see and hear from Uncle Chris one more time." So there you go. And I thank Ohio Valley Prepping, OVP, for sharing this article. He told me about it at Bug Out Weekend. And that was interesting. Now they're using, or they're trying to use AI in court. I'm not sure if I'm with that one, but this wasn't for, like they said, the hearing. It was the family being able to go in and talk for him, but it's AI. They If it's a healing process and it worked for them, that's fine. Will they use AI in court cases? No, I don't think they should. So, but that was the family. The family is allowed to see, okay, this dude killed their brother. So they're allowed to see this prisoner and, make a statement. That's what that was about. So, anyway, thanks for hanging in there. This is Wolf Bang on Thursday. I hope everybody has a great evening. Blessed be, stay safe, and I'll bullshit with y'all later. Bye.